last night nabadde nina show e Fort Portal. Yeah, show yabaddemu abantu bayitirivu. And I asked myself, first of all, nakoze drive, that's one, mu town e Fort Portal. Ngati wali atukuteko yadde. Anyway, it's really not like my business okumanya promoter kikyakoze, you know. Like oba sasudde yani oba akoze ki because ogwo mulimu gwenzo mulimu gwange kujja masasuddwa kola drive nenyimba, that's my job. Naye tewali yankuteko nga nkola drive nengenda mu kifo nenyimba ku ssaawa by I think ssaawa mukaaga twayimbye paka ndoza ssaawa. We had fun until late in the night. And of course police and you know bebankuuma, and I'm like, you know, Teddy lockdown, like is it another country in Uganda? Anyway, it's really very funny. Naye chewonyisa, and it's really sad because when you come back to Kampala, it's a different story. Ngasi Fort Portal yoka, I have had different shows in different regions in Uganda. I went to Mutukula at the border, of course, naimba move, you know, side ya Uganda. Still, same thing. Bantu bayitirivu, nakola drive and people antu nebajja. And you ask yourself, like, it's okay ddala. Lwaki nagambye nti we've been like silent on some important things. Nga tusirika, we're getting used, and then buli kimu tukiraba. Nze nganze omuntu Spice, I really talk, like when manjagadde okwogera, I'll talk about something. If I don't want to talk about it, I won't talk about it. But one thing you should know is the siri mutitizi, that's one. I respect people. I only talk when manjagala okwogera because I'm human and I have a right to talk about something when manga tekedwa okyogerako if I'm not hurting anyone. So me coming out and saying nze nganze kyendowooza, I think simusango. So it's up to you now okitwalanga bw'oyagala depending ku ndowooza yo, okay? Naye just look at it from your angle. Most business have been open. Wadde bingi tebitambula bulungi, economy wansi, abantu okusinza balinga bakola si we bakola right now, because bw'otunuulira emirimu gye Uganda buli mulimu gufunira ku mulimu gunne waago. When you look at ewaffe mu music, you find concerts wezibaawo, bantu abatunda ebintu mu concerts, abakozi abakola mu bivulu, ba promoters, like a lot of people, abantu ba entertainers abenjawulo bonna bafunamu nga buli omu afunira ku munne. You get my point? So my first statement was, yeah, if the government has organized an award ceremony inviting a huge crowd, abantu nga bayitirivu ne batuula, this thing is like teri mu nkukutu naye bagiraga ku TV buli omu gy'alaba, you know, kino kibadde for some time. Some of us naffe tuyimbye ku show zino, okay? Nze nkola show sigikweka nja gipostinga nemba mukolo neguba Fort Portal like yesterday. I will post it out because I know jengizo kuyimba teri ankutte kati ngeri abatwalayo kitegeeza kikoze mu butufu. But why can't we have concerts in open? Buli omu n'amanya nti no banange abayimbi bakola, because you can't tell me in some regions mu Uganda muno amabala agamu gakola, ebivulu bigenda maaso, tugenza wantu wangi nnyo, tukoze embaga, you know. If gatherings zikyagenda maaso like weddings and everything, why can't we have the same, you know, the same gatherings? Like I ask myself, COVID-19 ekimuleta concerts and artists over, like really now wechebuze, because something that involves artists and concerts is abayibinga bastegese COVID is going to come in, you know. So personally I wonder, kino nchogerako non si mu bubi era si lutalo, it's okay, like you can go so kitwala mu ngeri eyo. I'm talking about generally why we can't stage concerts, why we can't have shows again nga ate abatugana okola concerts are the same people abategeka ebintu ebyenjawulo. Not only the awards that happened yesterday, last night, but we've seen so many of them of that kind, yeah. So personally, now and some questions that I'm going to be asking myself. Yeah. Do we have any more gatherings? Ask yourself. Yes, we do. Or it's just like some artists or some of us are not allowed to, do concerts. While we are allowed to stage concerts and organize some events. Or is it COVID-19? Artists and concerts. Ask yourself, like, for example, ebintu bingi be happening, and most artists are like keeping quiet about things. And personally, I can't speak for anyone. I'm speaking on my behalf. Like really, yesterday when I made that post, some artists called me, like but abasinga they can't come out and be like, I'm going to speak out in Jogerenga Spice Dana ayogede. I don't lose anything when I come out and speak. I don't lose anything. So, like, it's up to you, and some people support it. At the end of the day, negativity will always be said. Either or yogede or what yogede, there's always negativity somewhere. Once I raise something like this, we all want to see the industry back. If you are a music lover, if you are omuntu oba badafuna ku industry, no batu batufunamu like sente, but you love music, you support Ugandan music. I think now kenyini you asking yourself and chosabirira nti banange batute, we've been trying to talk about this thing. Yesterday I was really like, not even yesterday but one, because that event was there for 2 days. But I was watching it on TV, bakulagane audience and how people are seated, no masks, they're having fun, and the same artists bagano kola concerts bebakozesa to perform, bebatadde mu awards mu categories ezenjawulo, First and foremost, awards are very, very good. Awards enonji nnyo. Let me tell you something. Every artist would love to be nominated. Every artist would love to win. Never to win is an engoli nominated. That means your effort is recognized somewhere, okay? But what kind of, awards? Awards tegeka, are they really the right people to organize awards? Bantu Baliku ground, they know what's really going on, because we've had generations of, different artists, different music, bully generation in area. I don't know much about what happened 20 years ago in the music industry, but at least I know a little, 2% of what is happening now, because I've traveled, I've tried to research, I've tried to learn. I've traveled, I've seen some of these awards and how they are really organized. Just imagine our awards mu Uganda muno nga tukedde encha bakoze categories nga mu butuufu ziri genuine. That's one. They've involved some other artists in different countries. Just like I went to Afrima, they gave me free tickets to go to Afrima. Oba ngenda wangula basigenda wangula, they did that. They make sure olya bulungi webaka bulungi. So I would love to see Jan's Awards do that, yeah? Do that, and also invite some other artists in Uganda. You get to meet these people. Awards is nominations, but you get a chance to be closer to these artists, because some of our artists in Uganda, time, they will never get a chance to go to different countries to meet these artists. But once these artists are brought closer to them, there is a chance of kwatagana nabo, no collaborating nabo, no kubayigira kebinjawo, But imagine our awards, the other awards you see, there's nothing you can totally learn from these awards that are staged for some time, So olabanga, the way they're doing things would be really nice, because naffe kitwagala okubeera nga tulina awards nga ziri international, like an artist from another country ajja wano na embracing that, nabeera nga asobola okuba nga azoogerako, like nga bwe tutigisa mama awards, they are organized in other countries. like Afrima, a lot of them, African Entertainment Awards, nyingi, you know, netuzitijisa kubanga tuli nominated. Nechira bwe mugendayo olaba nga they're trying to be organized. Another thing, really, how can you organize awards in 2 weeks? Mu weeks ebbiri, yeah? And then, mu weeks ebbiri ezo, otaddeyo awards. Before you get to know it, actually the second week is when the awards ceremony is going to take place. No space for people to vote. I'm like, what? Anyway, I've been watching these things like Tubiraba Nogamba. Let me keep quiet. Like, that's the culture. Culture for Uganda is people keep quiet. Omutine wabanga alumizibwa munda. Yeah? Mumutima asirika. Why? Because when they come out to talk about these things, abantu abali negative, you always like, temwagala kubawuliriza. You don't want to give them time. So most people don't want to come out and talk about these things. I received calls of artists, ngabona, they are talking about the same thing, but they can't make a post about it. Why? But okubavuma, mbumugenda mbavuma, okay? Naye, at the end of the day, you ask yourself, mfunirawa, it's at the end of the day, changi. When I don't talk about it, I'm going to regret ng'amekalisingana. So I would rather talk about it, get it in mungeri joyagala, kubanga eriyo ajo kitegeera mungeri njagala akole akitegere.